Diddy's former artist, Freddie P, has become the latest person in a very long list of people who have come out to expose Diddy for mistreating him. Y'all remember how Freddie P left his group, The Band, suddenly? Well, he is now claiming that the reason he left is that Diddy allegedly did some nasty and messed up stuff to him behind the scenes. According to him, things were not like they seemed to be on the show, and Diddy treated him so terribly, making some crazy threats against him. And he finally snapped and had one last epic showdown with Diddy. So what really happened at the showdown? And did Diddy really threaten to unalive Freddie? Let's break down this mess. Y'all, I swear we owe Cassie a huge apology, because when she settled her lawsuit against Diddy last year, people had the most to say. Talking about how she only did it for the money, how she was doing a disservice to other victims by settling, blah, blah, blah. But since that happened, 4 other lawsuits have been filed by other victims. There's a federal investigation going on. Cassie is working with the feds to take Diddy down. And there's an upcoming alleged RICO charge. Oh, and the victims that Cassie was accused of doing a disservice to, well, things didn't work out that way because she gave a lot of courage to the victims. And almost everyone who has come out to expose Diddy for mistreating them has also spoken about how Cassie gave them the courage to come forward to expose Diddy. There have been so many people who have come forward to speak on Diddy in the 6 months that have passed since Cassie's lawsuit. And the next on the list is rapper Freddie P. For those who don't remember who Freddie P is, he used to be a member of the hip-hop group The Band. The group was created by Diddy in 2002 on the 3rd season of the reality show Making the Band. However, like many other groups that were formed by Diddy, The Band didn't last very long, and they broke up after about a year or two. For the longest time, people assumed that the reason for the breakup was that the band members didn't work well together or get along well together. But according to Freddie P, Diddy allegedly had a big role in the breakup. While he didn't go into much detail about what Diddy allegedly did to the other group members, he admitted that Diddy often got mean AF and threatened him. It got so bad that on one occasion, Diddy allegedly threatened to unalive him. Not only that, he allegedly threatened to cut power to every apartment on Freddie P's block and get him jumped every time he left the apartment.
One day I woke up, I was in the mood. I'm in the studio, I'm snapping, whatever. I don't want to be with, you know, when you around a bunch of goofies, you're a street nigga. Sometimes you don't want to be around the nerds. Sometimes the nerds irritate you. So I'm in that bitch. I'm just frustrated with a lot of shit that's going on. Anyway, we get in a situation. We in front of everybody. Nigga like, he was like, man, money, man, what you think, you bad or something? He was like, nigga, I'll buy every house on your block. Shut every light off on that bitch, and when you come out, every time you come out that bitch, you'll get popped. So when another nigga tell you some shit like that, you like, get your animated ass out of here, goofy ass. You feel what I'm saying? When he tell you some shit like that, you go to picture him purchasing every house. You go to picturing every light on the block going off. And that shit silenced me. And for you to make that, people ask why I left the band. Like, that's why I left the band. Like, that's why I didn't do Dave Chappelle.
Y'all, it's crazy to think about how someone having that much power and the mean-spiritedness to want to hurt an entire block filled with people just because one person got on your bad side because he was in a bad mood and didn't even mean to offend you. Child, it's like Diddy keeps getting worse and worse with every single story that we hear about him. And at this point, I'm starting to wonder if anybody who works under Diddy has a single good story about him. I'm not talking about people on his level like his fellow artists like Jay-Z or people higher on the food chain like Clive Davis or Lucius Graham. I'm talking about smaller artists, especially those that he discovered or supposedly mentored. I mean, think about it. Mace, Cameron, Cassie, Lil Rod, Danity Kane, and now Freddie P. It's kind of interesting how they can all admit that he's a genius in the industry, but none of them have ever admitted that he's a good person. Child, Aubrey O'Day, who was in Danity Kane, also exposed Diddy for allegedly trying to pimp out the girls in the group. From the very start, Aubrey and Diddy never got along well, and they were like water and oil.
Ask the question, what do you want to look like, though? Do you want to look like a playboy, playmate? Do you want to look like you?
I'm done with all of that.
No. Like, what do you want to look like, though?
I'll tell you.
What do you want to look like, though?
I'll tell you. I'm not focused on me. I'm focused on what this group should look like and how I should fit in this situation.
You like big hair, though.
I don't like big hair.
You do like big hair. You like big hair. You like a lot of makeup and all that.
Actually, I don't. I don't like big hair. I don't like certain makeup. I'm very flexible with what you want to do, and I've worked with everything that you've thrown at me.
I'm not seeing the flexibility. You gaming me.
Your hair people came in today and they said this is how it needs to be.
You know what I'm talking about. You're pushing your own image, though.
I'm not worried about whether my hair is straight, curly, whatever. I'm not here in a group to have curly, straight, big, makeup, whatever. I'm here in a group to sing with my group, and that is all I care about.
In an interview that she did last year, she revealed that Diddy would often pit the girls against each other to try and cause division so that he could control them better.
Stories stories that we have to tell during a time in music where there were gatekeepers, there were people that owned labels like Puff running things, and the way that the divisions and the divisiveness occurred, and the things that we experienced between each other and us against the system are insane.
She then claimed that not only would Diddy body shame them, but he also tried to hook up with them and got mad when she turned him down.
Thing you could imagine why somebody would want to fire somebody.
Can you give us a little?
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas.
And were other girls doing?
I was the only one that was in those types of positions. Under Diddy, he was the hardest person that you can work for, and it was torture. And not the work part of it, but the other stuff. Mind games, like just all the girls were so divided, and the men and the people running it had their hands in it, moving everything. I've been through the men that I was around, and that was very traumatic. I don't think any of us have healed from that. Diddy would be like, you're not hot anymore. Like, what happened? You don't have anything, like, you don't have any curves. You're looking like you're not looking like, I can't get people to think that you're my good looking person.
And she wasn't lying, because Gene Deal also confirmed that he overheard Diddy allegedly making plans to pimp out the Danity Kane women.
I heard him, and I'm giving you this, Aubrey. He stood up there and he said in front of a lot of people, we were in the studio, and I said something to him and walked out the studio. He said, yo, I'm a off and pick them up and pimp them out to my, he said, I'm gonna them out. I'm gonna get them all on, and I'm gonna pimp their ass out to my, and I was like, them somebody kids, and walked out.
And as it turns out, Aubrey still holds a major grudge against Diddy because she has been trolling him since the lawsuit started. When Diddy released a statement that said, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character and destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth." Well, Aubrey reposted his statement on her Instagram stories, adding Kanye West's song Jail in the story, and wrote R. Kelly flow bar for bar. Don't even get me started on how Diddy allegedly framed Shine for the 1999 shooting, sending him to prison for 10 years and then deported to Belize. Or what he did to Cassie or Mace, or how he profited from the notorious B.I.G.'s death, so much that people started to talk about how Diddy probably had something to do with Biggie's death. So yeah, Freddie P's new revelations are low-key believable, and fans commented, "I just knew someone from making a band would come out. He treated them badly on the show. The Diddy doc is gonna be insane." And Freddie P has been telling everybody about Diddy, but folks were calling him crazy. Anywho, y'all drop your thoughts on this in the comments, then check out this next video.